Yay, I see it. I'm gonna retweet it.
Maybe not on Twitch, but I don't know. Maybe on Twitch, maybe not on Twitch. Maybe Twitch is working. I don't know. Fire. Yo, this is not for the weak. Streaming is not for the weak.
Not at all.
Hey, Nat. Good morning. Thanks for pulling up.
Good morning. This is going to be a shorter stream today. We're just kind of vibing a little bit. It took a long time to get set up, so we're just hanging today. I'm applying to jobs. Joy's coding.
I am coding. I am looking at a black screen, which is always hella fun. While also drinking a smoothie, while also looking at Jay. We got to figure out what you're going to do for config.
Oh, for real though. I have not looked at the schedule. Because I'm like, I feel like I just got to let the vibes take me where they take me. You know? Like, I'm going to get there with a plan, and then I'm going to see my friends, and then I'm going to just want to hang out and go to whatever scheduled, like, session they're going to, you know?
I won't be able to. I won't be there to chaperone and, like, stop you from making bad choices. So this is going to be interesting.
Oh, what's the good choice that I should be making?
I don't know. I mean, I've never seen so many after parties. I've seen bowling parties, basketball parties. Like, I've just seen more after parties than last year. So
yeah,
there is a concerted effort to have designers kick it and hang.
I'm trying to go to the design leadership after party, and then my friends are having this one called Frankie's Tavern after party. Frankie's Tavern is I think their design Twitter Discord gaming. Like, it's all the gamer boys from design Twitter. Yeah.
Gamer boys.
Wow.
The venues look cool too. Venues look really lit. I also see a lot of people saying, hey, sending my regrets. Sorry, I'm not going this year. There's a lot of that too. Which I think is interesting. I think it means that
a lot of people are not fucking with Figma this year. They pissed a lot of designers off between Dylan Field blocking all of the pro-Palestinian designers. And then the draft stuff. Figma is like... Supporting Figma right now is pretty heated. Like, there's a lot of designers that are like shitting on other designers for going to config, and I'm like, I'm sorry, but I need to go get a bag, so I have to network. Like,
correct.
I can't afford to not be there.
It's not just about Figma. It's about meeting. Like, it's just the largest gathering of relevant software designers on Earth.
Right. Period. Right. It's regardless of the fact that Figma is throwing it. Yeah, absolutely. 1,000%. Let's see. Oh, I gotta go live on Instagram. Here we go. Done. So, are you gonna be watching config from home? I'm like, I'll catch the sessions afterwards. You know? Like, I'll watch them all online, but the in-person is about networking for me.
And so the reason I say fuck no is because I just want some quiet, yo. I feel like...
Yo, you deserve it.
Yeah, I feel like there's been a lot of... I think Twitter has been really loud in the past couple weeks about Figma, period, and I'm a little exhausted from it. While also, I'm actually kind of welcoming that there won't be that many noisy distractions, and that I can just focus on art and creating. And I don't want to be social. I might watch a couple of the sessions later, but I always say that and then like don't. But yeah, we'll see.
Yeah, that's fair. I tend to like the keynote. That's the important thing because that's where they announce all the product launches, right? So if you don't watch the keynote, you'll just be really confused when you open up Figma next, because that's when
you find out what's what.
Literally, like last year, I think that's when they announced the dev mode.
Yeah. It was so wild because like I hit up the devs immediately, like dropped it in Slack, like, yo, like dev mode is out, like take a look at this and prepare yourself. And like just getting adoption on dev mode was like an uphill battle. And I was like, ugh, this is annoying. Hey Fuji, thanks for pulling up.
Yeah, hey everyone.
So nice to see you. So nice to see you.
It's a vibe.
Yeah.
So I've been applying to a ton of jobs lately.
Shout out to you.
Good Lord. And when I marked myself as open to work on LinkedIn, I got several people that wanted to get me to pay them to help them with my them to help me with the resume. And then if I didn't respond within like 10 minutes, they both blocked me.
'Cause they're bots.
Oh, 100% they're bots. But it was really odd because they put it through a resume checker, and it like recorded high for professionalism, but then it said, oh, but you don't have any of your skills listed. And I'm like, what? So now I'm like, ugh, now I need to go run it through because all this talk, and I'm like, I've sent it to bots before, but now these people got me questioning.
So I did add those capsules to my resume with skills, and they're just below my little about section, my summary, my executive summary. I like the idea of having it above the fold. But I wouldn't worry too much about the bots, Jay. We've been talking a lot about bots. I think you need to just like ultimately, eventually, two things. Number one, there are already enough keywords within the body of your copy that speak to, right? While also like just focus on exposing yourself to as many opportunities as possible, and like dating, the right match will come.
That's very true. I absolutely think of job hunting as it's just like dating. It's just like dating.
Literally.
And I wish that I could just fill out a dating profile and have jobs swipe on me.
I think that's what the Y Combinator profile is supposed to do. Yeah.
And I mean, LinkedIn's a little bit like that, but not too much. And I know so many designers that like don't like to have a LinkedIn, and I'm like, guys, that's where the hiring managers are though. Like, you need to, like, my career can't afford to not be active on LinkedIn.
Yeah, facts. Stupid. Yeah, facts. It's been a crowded space on LinkedIn though.
Yeah.
And so I think for designers specifically, it's been a very crowded space. And so it's interesting to see like who's viewing, and like my whole approach to networking on LinkedIn has just become like a daily routine. Like I just, I'm just there all the time, which I hate. I hate being connected to any social platform all the time, but I'm just there all the time. Like constantly trying to make new connections. It's exhausting.
Did you apply to that job that you needed to record a Loom video for? Because I found another job, or it might be the same job, honestly, where you need to record a Loom video and you need to watch the 12-minute hiring manager video and everything.
I did not include a video. No. Yeah. My thoughts are, if you want to meet me, let's meet me. I'm not gonna, this is not OnlyFans where I'm gonna record a video for you to like watch with your homies and talk
like
about
a
on
pre-screening
Slack.
interview
That's
kind of
so
thing.
Weird. There was another opportunity that ran across my desk that they wanted you to do like a 40 or 50-minute assessment to like show them how you critique design. And that's something I'm considering doing, because you would normally do that anyway, like when I'm pitching to a potential client. But even that, it's just like either my aesthetic and my the amount of time I've been doing this work is a match or nah. Like I think there's a lot of overcomplication in the market, period. And I wish there just wasn't.
Yeah.
I lost some code when we did our refresh last time, and I need to not lose code again. This is the third time. This is the second time that I've lost it. This is the third time I'm rewriting, and I'm a little frustrated. But yeah, and like remember back in the day where you just need to send a resume, and your resume just had to have like words on it, and people would just interview you. It's so weird that now, literally. You need the portfolio set, you need the portfolio, you need the resume, your LinkedIn needs to be like, then they want to ask for your socials, and that it's just
not to be confused with your social security, but yeah,
they want your socials immediately they want your socials,
and it's like you don't need to see
I mean, I think there probably needs to be some reining in on what is and isn't acceptable, not to mention all the diversity questions, and it's just becoming.
I think that one's a legal thing. I feel like that's a equal opportunity employment legal U.S. thing.
But it doesn't lead to equal opportunity. In fact,
no,
it
leads
does not. To the opposite of equal opportunity. Yeah, super annoying, super frustrating that that's a thing.
Yeah.
That's all. I feel like it maybe should happen at a later part of the process. I just don't think it should happen at that initial screening.
Yeah. So fair.
Right? Because like in order to like, I don't know, maybe there's just like you apply for a job and then like maybe when you fill out equal opportunity surveys, they should go to a third party and not to the employer. I don't know. It's flawed. Yeah. It's a flawed system.
Yeah. And the more companies try to show their inclusivity, like I've seen so many that are like, are you non-binary? Are you this? Are you that? Do you identify as transgender? What is your sexuality? Why does a workplace need to know my sexuality?
Any of it.
Sexual and work in the corporate world should never mix. Sex work's different. Respect sex workers. But corporate world, absolutely not.
And so, yeah, we're talking about, it also makes you uncomfortable. I want to just focus on the work.
Right.
I don't want to think about my sexuality when I am applying for a job.
I'm applying to jobs. And especially because it's like, are you bisexual? Are you pansexual? Are you queer? And I'm like, yo, I use those three interchangeably. So do I select all of them? Like what? And then there'll be like
Yeah.
transgender woman, transgender man, transgender. And I'm like, you guys don't understand. And then, are you non-binary? Is that considered transgender? Let me apply to this design systems role and have you not use my pronouns. Like, you're not going to anyway. So why are you asking all these questions?
Yeah, and pronouns. For me, it's what makes me super uncomfortable is being biracial. So you have these questions where it's like, are you black or are you Latin? Are you Latin but not black? Are you black but not Latin? Well, I'm black and Latin. Sometimes they don't even have two or more races. So you have to pick. So I either have to pick one side of my family or the other side of the family. Then I'll say, okay, I decline to answer. And then it'll say, oh, no, you have to answer the question, to be able to apply for this job. So, yeah, Fuji on Twitch is saying, delete the equal opportunity question. Tell me in person that I'm too black or too masculine for the job. And I feel that. It should really, there should be a way for qualifications to just shine through. And yeah, I don't know. I remember seeing, I understand that you're saying that it's legal, but it should just all be optional. I should just be able to skip it all and not have any, recourse.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
I think that's why I prefer applying for contracts and freelancing, because there's a lot less of that.
Yeah, they just care about your work, which is what it should be.
Work only. They care about the work only, yo. They look at the work and either they feel the vibe or they don't. And I don't know why there's such a huge divide between, the idea of doing the 1099 thing and then doing the W-2 thing. Why? And then there are more equal opportunity questions than application questions.
Oh my God. Yes.
Yo, the application will be like, just give me your resume and what city do you live in? Right.
Mm-hmm.
And then,
hey, and your name and number. And then it'll be like,
and your name and number. And then it'll be 30, it'll be 30 equal opportunity questions. It'll be, gender, pronouns, how to pronounce your name. Remember that on the Cash App? How to pronounce your name.
I literally question my gender and sexuality every time that I apply for a job, because I'm just like, I don't know.
As trans. Oh my God, it's wild. It's wild. But I think the Latin not black and the black not Latin is the thing that pisses me off the most. I'm like, okay, what do you want me to pick today? Who do I pick?
Right.
And how does this
be both?
And how does this affect your, dissemination of my application? And so are the hiring managers seeing your application submission and then all your EEO things at the bottom? How is that? I don't get it.
I'm literally applying to a job right now and it says, please take a moment to self-identify. So this is for the company, right? So this is, you have to enter your race, Caucasian. Please take a moment to self-identify your gender. It is entirely voluntary. Your candidacy won't be impacted. So I click non-binary.
Lie.
And then below that, it has the demographic questions, US standard demographic questions. It's like, how would you identify your gender identity? How would you identify your racial nationality? I'm like, you just asked that. Why you gotta ask again? Is one for the company and the hiring managers and one for the demographics HR people? And why you have white or European on racial ethnic background, but then it has, when you're asking to self-identify, it's Caucasian. Just pick your words, bro. I don't know. This shit is wild. We out here.
Yo, we out here, yo. Jackson, what's good? We out here, yo. I understand AI. But what does AI have to do with screening applications when it comes to equal opportunity? AI and equal opportunity should not ever blend or mix or whatever. I
had one ask, are you neurodivergent? Are you a parent? are you a veteran? Like it let
Oh
you
my
select from a
gosh.
list: neurodivergent, parent, disabled, or like. But disability was separate from neurodivergence, which was also a little confusing. And Lord.
And we were talking about that, Jackson, because I was like, yo, I'm telling Jay, like, Jay's like, yo, you know, like, Jay's
And
getting
now
a bunch
it's
of
asking for
bot
my gender
spam.
a third time.
Yo, you get to another page, and then it asks you again, right?
It's on the same application, and
It's
this
fire.
one doesn't have non-binary. Like the other ones, but now it's just male, female. Lord, sorry.
Yeah.
Continue. I didn't mean to interrupt.
No, you're good. You're good. So the AI thing, Jackson, we were just talking about how like, you know, like Jay opened their LinkedIn to be like open for work, and then a bunch of bots were like, hey, you need to have your resume rewritten. And so like Jay and I have already kind of done that pass of like taking our resumes and putting them through like the resume reader or whatever. And it's just like tiring. It's exhausting because it's like, it's not only do you have like recruiters who are spamming you that are bots, but then you have bots that are saying like, hey, I want to rewrite your resume for you. Mm-hmm. It's just like levels of depravity.
Yeah. It's fucking, I've answered if I have a disability 3 times on the same application.
Yo, I'm just over here writing code, bro. Just over here writing code.
I just need that cash money. I just want
shmoney.
I just wanted a little job, just be a little pay pig, you know.
Yeah, it's hella hoops. I absolutely think there will definitely within the next year be some sort of legislative body that gets in the middle of the hiring process, because things are not it's not an even playing field.
It's really hard with that one because a lot of it is up to the states, so it's not really a federal thing. So like in Colorado, your gender and sexuality is a protected status, but it is not nationwide. But I think sexuality just became one, but I don't think transness is included. It's so confusing, and the laws change state to state.
Yeah.
And I should not be living in Texas for legal reasons, because
we know
literally no workers protections here. Stop moving to Texas if you care about keeping a job. Don't do it. Don't move to Austen. Don't charge your Teslas on our fucking power grid and break it even more. I've gotten 2 calls from Austen Energy in the past week to be like, stop using power between 1 and 7 p.m. please. Thanks.
Yo,
I'm home.
So backwards.
Tell Tesla to stop taking all your power if you didn't want. I shouldn't have built a fucking mile-long Tesla plant if you were worried about power in the city.
So Jackson is saying lobby groups will get in the way. So
lobby groups that are hurting workers. Like, what? We're all workers.
Right.
Sorry.
It's okay. I'm over here clearing cash. Hey, Matt. Welcome. Thank you for all the love on Twitter. We appreciate you so much.
So much.
Fuji said Pennsylvania is like that. You can get fired for anything.
And my last company was based out of Pennsylvania. So, I
didn't know that.
Yeah, they were a Philly-based company. Philly-based startup, which is wild because there's not a lot of Philly-based startups.
I didn't know that. And Matt said Cali is the same.
I love the hello world. The fucking paragraph tags.
And I'm over here coding. We're not sharing our workspaces today because what I'm doing is not so glamorous. And then what Jay is doing is not so glamorous either. So we're just
No, I
We're
don't want
just
y'all to have all my
chatting.
personal information.
We're just chatting.
As I say, I'm non-binary
62.
and then don't wish to answer my gender later on in the form.
62. Negative 62 on main. Here, hold this for me, Matt. Calc. 100 variable height minus 62 pixels.
Yo, my hair has almost 1 million views.
Yo. Shout out to Jay's hair. So talk to me about, like, how much were you in the dark about what your stylist was going to do?
I went in that day and I was showing her the config branding and was like, I don't know if this inspires you. And then I showed her these nails that were kind of ombre. And she's like, I want to do something dark today. And every single time that we have done this for like months, there have been like overprint hair designs that have like come up in the feed. And she was like, I want to try one. And we'd done one like last year but we didn't do it with these colors. We did purple, pink, yellow, and orange. Mm-hmm. And we didn't leave the white in. So it was really just like a different hair. And so she's like, I want to do something dark again. Would you be open to like this overprint design? And I was like, that is actually perfect, because I wanted something that was like design themed for config, because to me, my hair is an investment in networking. I consider it
for sure.
Just like
for sure.
Yeah, like my little business card in my fingernail or something. Like, people recognize me for my hair. And last year when I went to config, everyone was like, oh, we didn't recognize you. We thought you would have like really bright hair, but my hair had like grown out because it had been like towards the end of my 3-month cycle. And so I was just like, I need a job. I need to look the part. So I'm just gonna fucking spend the money, do my hair right before config. Because my hairstylist is pregnant right now anyway. So like timing when I get my hair done, she's only at like 2 months left. Also, oh my God, she told me the wildest story yesterday. Hairstylists always have the wildest stories.
Of course they do.
And
so there was
this girl that, they absolutely are. My hairstylist and my estheticians know everything about me. And so there was this girl that used to work at the salon. My hairstylist owns her salon. So she like talks to me about like having a fire and like all the drama and like all this stuff. And this girl, like, she eventually had to lay her off a few months back because she just wasn't performing well. And she was also like, all the hairstylists hang out after work. So she would like drink and like smoke weed and like all this stuff, which like isn't a problem until yesterday. She went to the hospital with aches and pains because she had been like throwing up for months, all this stuff. And the hospital was like, you're 40 weeks pregnant. We're inducing labor.
Ooh.
So she had a baby yesterday.
What?
The hairstylist that they laid off. And yeah, she had a baby. And she posted about it and was just like, had no idea, wouldn't lie about this. But the problem was because she didn't know that she was going to have a baby, she didn't stop partying. And so when they took her blood at the hospital, that she had more than just weed in her system. And she had no idea she was pregnant because she was already like a little bit bigger. But like, and like, I get it. Like, my roommate goes to the doctor like twice a week for throwing up.
Similar stories to that a few times, and I find it really hard to believe. They have whole movies about it. I find it really hard
my
to
hairstylist
believe.
is 7 months pregnant. She's like, how did you not feel the baby kick? Because it feels fucking weird inside of you. And she just didn't know. And my hairstylist was like, I don't know what to do. Like, her stepdad still comes and mows my lawn. Like, he was here this morning. Like, I don't. Everyone in the chat is just like, what the fuck? Because it's wild.
That's crazy. And she was partying hard, baby kicking, kicking and turning. Like, that doesn't, there's a whole human alien in. My hairstylist
is like, I've been eating like fish at certain weeks when its eyes are developing, but like, how do you not? How do you not know, bro?
So anyway, I love that that you guys came together on that, and I love the way that it looks, and I love that your hair went viral.
Thanks.
And I kind of feel the same way about my the tats on my laptop. Back in the day, I had like a really cool decal set on my keys, and then more recently now, you know, I've got like all the stickers, and when I'm out, people just come up to me and talk to me, and they are immediately like, oh, do you design? Like I've even gotten on planes, and I have like this, I'll be holding this on the plane, and then like have my Figma sweatshirt, and people are like, are you an artist? You're a designer? So now I fuck with that. Like your hair being your calling card for sure. Did I lose you, baby? I think we lost Jay. I think we lost Jay. Oh, you're back.
I was gonna say, I'm like, it flickered for a second, but
you're back. Welcome. I'm gonna take. Well, aren't you rapping? Don't you have like 5 minutes?
I have like 5 minutes. Yeah.
Oh, awesome. Okay. Yeah, the chat is going crazy. There is a psychological diagnosis for people who, yeah, it is unbelievable that you could carry a human being for that long and not, and like she came to term. She was 40 weeks pregnant. It's not like it was like 26 weeks or 30 weeks.
No, she went into the hospital because she had stomach pains.
Yo.
She was in labor.
Yo, it's wild. That's wild. I'm over here div hunting, and I lost the div, and I don't know what to do with myself. The only person who could relate to that is Matt, is my Matt. But yo, I'm glad everybody pulled up, yo, and I'm sorry we didn't stream all week. We both have been hella busy. I am going to be knee deep in code today and probably all of tomorrow. So I don't know if I'm going to be streaming, but Jay is going to config next week in San Francisco. We're going to definitely try to do some form of stream while Jay is in San Francisco. And yeah, we just wanted to do a little quick hello to let you know.
This veto ain't working. I love y'all. I love the chat. Thank you.
I do hope that they like, not that I like the idea of them taking her baby away is crazy, but I do think that she definitely needs some sort of like psychological support, because
well, she's still living at home with her parents. She wasn't prepared. She didn't know she was having a kid. I'm like trying to find which hairstylist
Jackson. So Jackson is struggling with portfolio work. We could co-create and do some collab time. You're working on your web portfolio, as have I. I redesigned it and dropped a new design like on maybe Monday or Tuesday, and it's grossly under designed at the moment, but the structure is there. And so yeah, if you want to collab, just slide in my DMs and we can just like, you know, FaceTime or some shit and work on our portfolios. I'm just really focusing on that and coding. I loved the little animation you had on the menu, like where the logo moved. It was fire.
Oh, wait. Jackson's the one that was in here the other day, like showing us his work, right?
Jackson's always here. Jackson, we were looking at, Jackson had done that really cool, like went back to an old project and had redone the logo.
The Twitch stuff, right?
No.
Is that? No. Okay.
It was the same day, sorry. But we looked at Jackson's work separately. Okay. Yeah.
Sorry, Jackson.
Jackson, can you link to your IG and link to your portfolio so that Jay could see it in the chat? For sure. But yo, I'm gonna put our socials up. We gotta dip and put some socials up. We're about to dip. Jay's got things to do, and then I need a couple hours of quiet to get some things out the door. A friend of mine is also in the hospital, so I just kind of want to like have a little bit of quiet and try to realign my energy and my thoughts. Matt, always great to see you. Fuji, thanks for pulling up. Jackson, always a pleasure. Whenever, like I said, whenever you want to collab together and work on some portfolios, let's do it. Let's do it.
Yeah, thanks for hanging for like the few minutes we did. I got like 2 or 3 job applications done.
Good.
I said I was non-binary about 80 times in those 3 applications.
Now you got 22 to go to meet your
Lord.
quota.
I have all of the tabs open. Like, I already have the jobs ready to apply to. So, I will. Yes, ma'am.
All right. We're going to bid you guys adieu. I'm going to throw up peace signs. Thanks for pulling up, and we'll see you guys next week.
Until